Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 1-1 draw against Panathinaikos, which gave us a 3-1 win on aggregate to take us through to the next round of the Champions League qualifying. Well, it certainly wasn't a great game from our side, put it that way. It was very nervy, not great play all round. Ball retention was very, very poor. Our passing was woeful at times, absolutely powder puff up front. In fact, we never really done much up front at all. The defence was ropey at times, but we got away with it, and that's what these ties are all about. As I said, we were poor, but you have to remember it was a cup tie. We were protecting a 2-goal advantage, which is a difficult thing to do. Do you stick, do you twist? Obviously, Panathinaikos had to chase the game, so you knew that they would come at us at least at one point of the game. So do you wait for a wee gap, or do you just push the boat out and see if you can get a quick early goal? But then at the same time, that leaves gaps and it puts you under pressure. So it's a difficult game to play. Obviously, the heat and the humidity would have played a part as well. I felt tonight we were trying to play the dark arts with time wasting, going down rather easily. So I know that Martin's mentioned that on occasion in his pressers, and that's maybe something he's trying to get into. You know, I don't like it, but every other team do it, and we've came a cropper sometimes in Europe with it. So if you can't beat them, join them. And we were seeming to be playing the high line quite a bit as well, which was one of the sticking points with the goal we conceded tonight. However, we lined up with Butland, Tavernier, Jigger, Suter, Aarons, Rothwell, Raskin, Diamandi, Dill, Curtis and Danilo. On the subs bench we had Kelly, Cortez, Barron, Dessers, Barami, Cameron, Jeffday, Gassama, Fernandez, Gentles, Rice and Hutton. So the one thing that became quite clear very early on, and it continued throughout the game, the BBC commentators seemed to be willing us to concede all throughout the game. Just so negative all the time. Rather than praising the fact that at half time that we had not conceded, they were just so negative. And yeah, there wasn't a lot of positive out about there other than the fact that we had not conceded yet, but typical BBC for you. But anyway, on the second minute there was a long wild shot from the Panathinaikos way over the bar. 5th minute, constant pressure from Pana ending in a shot just by the right post. 7th minute, a ball through the left side of the box by Panathinaikos. Butland didn't know whether to stick or twist. He stuck and he had a good block from that one there. 11th minute, Panathinaikos claiming for a penalty after the ball hits off their player's back, rolls onto the arm of Suter. Never a penalty, and the ref waved it away. It all stemmed from an initial poor header from Jigger, who should have headed it back to the keeper, but he kind of headed it up and backwards, and then it went to their player towards Suter. 13th minute, it was a quick break from us, ending in Raskin down the left. Raskin tries to take it on himself, shoots but blocked. Back to Raskin, tries to cross it, but it was deflected into the keeper's arms. 14th minute, Aarons got caught with the ball on the left. The attacker nips in, takes it into the box and shoots, and a big save from Butland. Again, don't know why Aarons is playing on that side. They should be over the right side. Are we still trying to accommodate Tavernier? 17th minute, lots of possession from Panathinaikos, trying to find their way into our box. Nobody putting a foot in to clear it from our side. Ends in a shot from outside the box on the left side and a comfortable save from Butland. 26th minute, a header over the bar from Pana after a free kick floated in from the right. 28th minute, poor play out from the back with Jigger to Tavernier, who was robbed of the ball at the edge of the box, a cross into the box, and their attacker slices it wide. That really probably should have been a goal there. 30th minute, a corner in from us at the back post. Suter heads it back across into the middle, hits off the Panathinaikos player, falls to our player who tries to stab it forwards towards goal, but it goes wide. 39th minute, a deep corner from the left from Rothwell. Raskin headers it over the bar. And the last piece I've got here of the first half, on the 47th minute, a dodgy pass back from Panathinaikos. Out of nothing, leads to a corner. The corner was cleared. A quick break by Pana. Dill ends up taking one for the team, and he takes the player out and gets a yellow card. So, as I said, not a lot of great play. Panathinaikos were clearly the better team, but they had to be ultimately. Into the second half, 48th minute, Pana running into their box, claims for a penalty as he goes down, but not a chance as he tripped with no contact there. And on the 53rd minute, Panathinaikos go 1 goal up. They had the ball into the back of the net, but it was instantly ruled for offside. There was a very, very long VAR check, and the goal was eventually given. It was a deep cross from the right side to the back post. Dill runs, he stops, wasn't tracking his man. He then starts running again, but the player had already drifted in towards the back post. He headers the ball into the right side of the goal. I'm not sure if Butland got a hand to it, but it wasn't enough to keep it out of the right side corner anyway. Again, maybe part of the offside system coming into effect there with Dill, because it certainly was close, which is the reason for the long VAR check. But how many times have I said it last season? you track your man and he doesn't get that chance and he doesn't get that goal. It happened with Tavernier so often. We've seen it in pre-season as well. You track your man, they're not going to score because he doesn't get that space and he doesn't drift into the back post like that. Just poor defending all round. Right after that though, once the decision had been made, 58th minute, Curtis off and Gassama on. 58th minute, Suter loses the ball in midfield, Pana down the right, ball across the goal and nobody connected. I let off that one there. However, on the 60th minute, we made it one each with, I think, his second touch of the ball. Gassama made it one each. We went down the left, Raskin to Danilo, who shoots. It was blocked, comes back out to Danilo, he shoots again. I think it was blocked by the keeper. Back out to Gassama, who with lovely technique on the half volley and puts it high into the right side of the net. Brilliant awareness, great technique as well. Unbelievable given the fact that more or less the same happened in the previous game where I'd just been on a couple of minutes. 70th minute, a lovely ball from Panathinaikos with a cross from the right, bouncing through our box. Two attackers threw themselves at it, but fortunately they never got there. 71st minute, a long shot from Pana went wide. 73rd minute, Dowell off, Jeffy on. 81st minute, Danilo and Rothwell off, Dessers and Barami on. 89th minute, good move from Pana ending in the ball being ballooned over the bar. 5 minutes of injury time. 92nd minute, there was a ball through to Dessers, goes 1v1 with the keeper and he shoots it low and the keeper managed to make a save. Yes, people, Dessers is back in the building. He should have done better there, maybe lofted it over the keeper, hit it with a wee bit more power, but we know we get with Dessers sometimes. But the game was sealed anyway by that point. It would have been too late for Panathinaikos to get 2 goals back to take it in the extra time. But as I said, not the greatest of performances, but we done the job and we limited what they could do. Granted, Panathinaikos weren't that great up front. We've seen it in the first game. They had probably more chances in the first game. They made Butland pull off more big saves in the first game. I mean, Butland had a couple of saves to make, but nothing major. So we'll take that. Granted, we never done anything up front either. But we're into the next round. Of course, there's going to be boo boys about the way we played and, you know, partially justified. But again, circumstances like I outlined at the start, it's the second competitive game, a vital game, and you've got to remember this game means we are guaranteed to be in Europe of some kind until the end of January now, because we don't need to go through any more Europa League qualifiers if we get put out the next round of Champions League qualifying. Next round Champions League qualifying, I'm not too sure at the moment of recording what the score is, so by the time this comes out the game might be over. So next game obviously is the league opener against Motherwell on Saturday. I'll be back with a post-match pod for that one there. Dave and I will be recording a main podcast tomorrow, so check out that when it comes out. So all that's left to say is thanks for listening and goodbye.